Hi, I'm Andy, Managing Director at Charlton Morris, and this is Bex, Head of People. So this Sunday is the 8th of March, and that's International Women's Day 2020. Really important day for us here at Charlton Morris. We do something to celebrate every year, and this year we thought we'd do something a little bit different.
So the theme's each for equal this year, so we thought it'd be a good idea to get the guys involved as well as the women. So we've got some few questions here that we're going to throw out to the team.
So what are the biggest challenges facing women today?
I'd probably say there's not enough women in positions of power, so not enough women for little girls and little boys to look up to and kind of aspire to be across lots of different industries, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's quite an interesting one, because as we are more of a modern era now, we're trying to maybe have more of a mindful selection when it comes to more female representation. In certain industries, I don't think you can avoid that. Naturally, you do get maybe more male or more men applying for certain positions, but I think it's definitely good to be mindful because, you know, we are trying to be more modern and fast forward thinking.
Yeah, but you can't just hire a woman because they're a woman.
No.
I don't think many women would want to be hired just because to tick a box and things like that. So it kind of goes then back to making sure the women are qualified to do the jobs from an early age and given the opportunities to be said you can do that as well as a man.
And looking past the gender, if they're good on paper and they tick the boxes and they interview the best, it shouldn't really be a reflection of, okay, what's their background, what gender are they from?
It's like being mindful but also making sure that the women are still kind of educated to that level and make sure kind of at an institutional level.
100%. Get the balance.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Okay, so what does International Women's Day mean to you?
I think to me it's about kind of looking back and recognising all of the achievements and just how far we've come. I think whether that's kind of socially, culturally or even in the workplace. I think for me coming into recruitment, it's known as such a male dominated industry, but it was nice to come to Charlton Morris where it's not just men, there's loads of women that work here as well. Yeah,
I would agree entirely. I think it's quite hard to tell you exactly what the day means to me. But I think from experience, having worked in an industry that is very male dominated and have seen that firsthand, I think it's important to show that the industry can be as diverse as any. There's no need for this to be more male dominated or more female dominated.
Who's an inspiring guy doing his part for women equality?
One thing that I always think about when people ask me this question is a video that I watched when I was younger. It's James Bond. It was actually for International Women's Day, where Daniel Craig dresses up like a woman and gets asked questions like, do you think that the pay gap is equal? Or they highlight issues with domestic abuse and education. And Judi Dench actually narrates that, and she's obviously an influential woman as well in society for celebrity.
Yeah, that was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I was like 15, 16 at the time.
Yeah. Do you think things have changed since then?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's a lot different for me because I'm a younger woman and I'm involved with younger companies like this where, it's a lot more fresh thinking. But in terms of the whole society, I think gender pay gap has got better. And general knowledge about, the way women feel and the way women deserve to be treated is better, definitely.
Yeah. We are definitely evolving, you can see it, in even just in our industry, obviously, there's still that old mindset still there, because obviously that was 10, 15 years ago. Just before that, 40, 50 years ago after the wars, women didn't really have a voice. And it wasn't inspirational people like that. If it weren't for people like that, they wouldn't have kick-started the movement and we wouldn't have started to evolve, really.
Definitely, I agree. And that's why, obviously, International Women's Day is great, isn't it?
Okay, so what does each for equal mean to you?
So for me, it's very much about gender equality, so challenging gender biases, gender stereotypes, but also having that awareness of whether there's gender representation in a room. And then if there's not, having the confidence to speak up about that. Yeah, definitely. And I think in particular, each for equal means that that's not just your responsibility, and that should really be everybody's responsibility. And I think it's a collaborative effort to make environments more inclusive, and particularly in the workplace and certainly at Charlton Morris, I think something that we're trying to push is that both the males and females in the business are making our environment more inclusive and then ultimately more productive as well. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's really important to make sure that we're involving men in the conversation just as much as women.
Yeah, cool. I mean, so that's what what each for equal means to us. I suppose what we'd also be interested in is what does each for equal mean to you too?